Hey folks, David Hubbell here. And did you know that along the Gulf Coast and Latin American countries, the Mirliton vine is grown as a perennial? As such, it's exposed to a number of weather conditions throughout the year, and this week was no exception. Here in South Alabama, we had an unwelcome guest, Sally. And Sally brought with her gusts of wind up to 75 miles per hour. So in this video, I'm going to show you what the after effects of 75 mile per hour gust can do to your Mirliton vine. Hey folks, it's the third week of the 2020 fall Mirliton season. And if you're interested to find out what's going to happen to this vine over the next 13 to 14 weeks, please do me a favor and subscribe to the YouTube page here. You can do that by clicking the red subscribe button here. And make sure you click that little bell because that'll alert you to new videos that I put out. So folks, Hurricane Sally came through on Wednesday of this week, and it is now Saturday morning. So I've had a couple days for it to kind of heal, if you will. The winds near the airport near here were up to 75 mile per hour gust, and it recorded that we had about 3 inches of rain. We really don't think we saw that much here, but I didn't get the full brunt of the storm in West Mobile. But despite that, you can see some things. If you go back and check out the video from the last 2 weeks, you can see how much more vibrant the vine was. But anyway, some things you can tell here. There's some leaf damage. The vine itself appears to be fine. It's just that some of the sustained winds affected some of the leaves. Now this vine portion looks to have been killed. This was the part where we had several flowers. You can still see that we have a number of buds, but here last week I had flowers, female flowers that I had even tried to hand pollinate. And you can see that any progress I would have made as far as being ahead seems to have been thwarted by the rains. So this section had last week and the week before female flowers on it. You can see a few, but it's basically been beat to hell and back. The whole plant in general does not look too bad though. Like I said, I did not receive the full brunt of it, and you can see a lot of new growth. There's a lot of yellow leaves. But some of the other damage that you can see from the Mirliton vine and hurricane damage is when branches fall out of the tree and can cause physical damage to the Mirliton vines by either breaking them or stressing them. That's what happened on this back end here. Hey, let me know that you're seeing these effects of the wind on the Mirliton vine by leaving me a comment below. There she blows. That way I know that you're able to see and distinguish in this video some of that damage. Most of the damage really was leaves being turned over. You can kind of see that up top here, up in the citrus. But then you'll also notice there's some yellowing leaves. It looks like some of the growth I lost a couple of, maybe a foot or two of growth on the ends. I didn't exactly receive the full brunt of the storm here, as I said. And also where my plant is, it received some protection from the homes because a lot of the homes, the winds were coming from the northeast, and there's homes and trees blocking that. So while I did see some damage, it's not as bad as it could be. I will include a picture that Dr. Lance Hill had sent me to show some of the potential damage you could see from hurricanes just due to wind. So once again, in some places the hurricane damage could be due to extensive flooding. Not so much in my case since I'm on high ground and we didn't see as much water, but in my case, like a lot of places, you get a lot of wind beating of the vines, which can cause a problem. But a lot of folks have reported that even with that happening, they're still able to produce pretty well that following season. So this has been an active hurricane season so far, and let's hope that South Louisiana, South Alabama, and the whole Gulf Coast don't see any more. I think we've all had our share. A couple still photos of the day Sally came to town. You can see the vine, how the leaves are roughed up and turned over some. Here is a photo of Hurricane Isaac damage to a Mirliton vine from Dr. Lance Hill at mirliton.org. He notes that even if your vine is on a trellis, strong winds can damage the vine and delay flowering. He generally suggests that people weave the vine in and out the trellis as it is growing so it does not have to depend on tendrils to secure it. Otherwise, tie it to the trellis loosely with some twine or rope. A good plan for hurricane or just strong tropical winds. So I hope you found this video helpful with regards to what can a 75 mile per hour gust do to a Mirliton vine. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If not, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Also, be sure to share it with any of your friends who might benefit from knowing what to look for. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so by, once again, clicking that red subscribe button and clicking the bell. If you'd like more in-depth information on Mirliton, you can find that at mirliton.org, mirliton.org, or check out my Facebook page, Mirliton Man of Mobile. Also, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section here below, or you can contact me at rpcajun2r@gmail.com. Once again, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video, and I hope you learned something today. Thanks.